What's up, YouTube? This is Gdamus doing another review. This time I got Armor Plus Ronin Warriors / Samurai Troopers Rio of Wildfire. And here's his packaging. This is where it comes in. This box shipped in Japanese writing and the Armor Plus right there. You got animation photo of Rio unhelmeted. And here you go, gal. And here you go, got the product shot of him with his full armor on. On the side, you got armor product shot. In the back, you got a few images back here. Him and his armor with show his faces. Only come with two faces. He's unhelmeted. Got his angry face. And also, you got him standing next to his armor in his resting stand. You got him doing his flare up now, his special move, and you got him right here. And you got the armor and silhouette right there. Nothing around the bottom, just your normal warnings and don't choke on this, what have you. Put up the side, here's Rio of Wildfire in his unarmored form. Now, all the figures in the set come like this. They come like in their normal battle gear. They all stand real nice. One thing I have a problem with is the skinny torso, but that's due because of the armor and everything like that. So, this is pretty good. It don't look bad from the front, but just looking from the side, it looks real skinny and anorexic. They got these long, skinny legs also, but it's also for the armor. Doesn't look as bad once the armor is all put on and whatnot. So, he has an angry face. And I'm gonna show you all the accessories come with it a little bit, but he is nice aside from the skinniness and everything like that. But he's on pretty good representation of the animated form of Rio. And from Kento that I showed y'all, Kento's on par with him since he came out. I guess the first one. Well, this is my first one. This is the first one I got. So pretty much on par with him. He does have some die cast on him. His feet are die cast. I think that's about it. That's die cast on him. But the feet being die cast doesn't bother me because I'm not a real big fan of die cast unless it's used properly, which in the feet, which is acceptable. I like that die cast in the feet helps keep them standing up in certain poses. Like I just had him kind of like crouching down and had his Tao Chi pose like that. The die cast in the feet, I believe, helps him keep that stance. So that's cool. For articulation, just like Kento, and bends in the elbow, slightly bends like a double bend a little bit. You got ankle rocker, shoulder rocker. I'm sorry. Back and forth his shoulder. Arm can move around 360. The shoulder pad attached to his upper shoulder, so it moves with the arm. Head is on a ball joint because it's all kinds of different directions. It doesn't look up too much because the hair is probably hindering that because mullet. Look left and right, tilted left and right, rocket left and right. Left and right. Also has a little bit of neck movement because his neck is also on the ball joint. Also has good articulation in his torso section. You can look left and right a little bit. You can crunch in the abdominal section, also up in the, I guess this was a diaphragm section, I guess that's what it's called. And you got wrist rotation, wrist swivel, pivot in and out of the wrist, both sides. Legs come out about that far up. This far up, about 90 degrees. Bend the knee, that double joint knee. It's double jointed. Leg can come out like that. Put on some little nice side kicks. Doing a side kick. And put it back for a back kick. toes. Feet are on a ball joint. Rock back and forth. No side. Oh no, it's not on a ball joint. I'm sorry. It's on a hinge. Back and forth, and also the toe can point up if you wanted to. So that's about it for articulation. I got really good articulation. Love the articulation. And let me get into the accessories real quick before we get into the armor and donning the armor. Box, and he comes with 2 trays. He comes in 2 trays. Got the instruction booklet right here, and he comes in 2 clamshell trays. And the one on top carries most of his armor, and then get the helmet with the open mask, and you get his alternate face right there, his other neck for when he put his armor on. He comes with 2 sets of alternate hands. You got closed fist, slightly opened hand, and an open hand. So comes with 2 swords. In the bottom tray, he comes with another face. Also a little his wrist guards right here. Comes with a little piece you can hook these 2 swords together. It goes between these 2 swords and hook them together. Or you can just use this big long sword that's in here to do his flare up move, his special move. Now his armor does come with 2 swords, but they're sheathed. But when you pull the handles out, there's no blade on them. So these are the swords with the blades. So those are just for decoration, pretty much. But when you want to have them have swords out, the swords in the tray are the ones to have out. So now on to the armor itself. The armor itself is very, very nice, nice and shiny. A good representation of the animation. You see that? Nice and shiny. Mostly die cast. There's some plastic parts on it. Good paint, whatnot. And as you notice, I got one of the knee pads off because my hole is slightly larger than what this the tab is for this. So when I try to put it in, it just falls right back out. So might get some nail polish to make that hole a little bit, to fill that hole in a little bit, so it cause some friction. I should have probably just returned it, but I ain't think it was a big deal. I could fix it with some glue, some super glue, or some nail polish to make that hole a little bit more smaller, and tighten it up and everything like that. So that's cool. But yeah, it comes with a little stand. Comes the black dummy mannequin. We're gonna see that once I do the armor up. All right, let's go ahead and just get to the armor up section. Let me pop open these. Hand trays so I can get to the alternate head and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna move him out the way right now. First, we want to prep Ryo. Was I saying Ryu? That's not Ryu, it's Ryo. I was saying Ryu. That's from Street Fighter. But yeah, first you're gonna start prepping him up like you did Kento. Just pop his chest off, his chest plate. Pop that off. Put it to the side. Take off his shoulder pads. Take them off. I don't think they say left and right. I don't think it matters which side they go back on. But I'm gonna put it kind of like in an order fashion. Next thing you know, you're gonna take his knee pads off. Careful taking them off, don't end up flying over the place and lose them. I have not had that happen to me yet, but knowing my luck, it probably will. So take off his arm guards. So you can leave these on. It depends on if you're gonna keep them with hand, fisted or hand open, but I'm probably gonna switch the hands out too. So I'll leave them on just for now. Take off this crotch piece right here. Take that out. In the back. Probably gonna change the head out. I'm gonna put the helmet on. So take the head off. I'm gonna take the head off anyway. Take out the neck piece. So yeah, it just shows you the head just pops right off. And grab the neck. The neck comes out also. So you can switch this small neck out with the longer neck. Come out. Here we go. Longer neck. Smaller neck. Smaller neck gone. Longer neck on. And you just gotta push it on there. You'll feel a little pop. You'll feel it. You probably won't hear it. And got his other face with his bald head with hair. Look kind of ridiculous. Dude trust can't. Just let it go. Just let it go, man. Just come on, shave it all bald. Like LeBron James, you need to shave his head bald. Like LeBron needs to come on home and just shave his head. Try to hold into a little piece of hair you got on top of his head. And to take the, if you want to keep this face and just keep this face, the shouting face on the warrior body, all you gotta do is pull. You gotta pull the hair off at the front. It was just kind of stiff. Got the back part off. Get the front part off. Yeah, kind of stiff. Probably wiggle it a little bit. Ugh, jeez, it's on there. Ugh, come on. Dang, dude, this joint is on there. There you go. Got it. Pop the mullet off the back of the head. And all you gotta do is just a little hole, that tab, just pop it in right there. Bam. And just put it onto the ball joint. Nothing like Fu Manchu. Bald head monk. Alright. Next, we're gonna do, let's start taking the bits off the armor. Let's start with the helmet. Get your fingernails in here. Get the front part of the helmet to separate from the stand. And this stool is always gonna fall out from under you. Pull that off. I'll probably put this on last. The helmet on last, so that's cool. I'm gonna go with the feet, take the feet guards off. Feet guard. Put it on him. There's a left and right. You got a little L or R inside there. You can see the L. It's probably upside down. But left. Right. There. Feet. Next, put the shin guards on. Most of this stuff just holds on by friction. The inside of the armor is it's like rubber or plastic, so there's no rubbing metal onto your figure. So, like that. Put that on. Cool. Take his little spiky, his new shin guard knee pads. And just peg them to the hole. I had no problem with these pegs on the figure itself. Just on the mannequin stand. About getting the peg in. So, bam. bam. You know what? I was wrong about that hand guard. Well, I'm gonna leave this one on. I'm gonna switch his hand out. So the hand just pops right out. It's on the ball joint. Just pops it off the ball. I have no hand. And I'm gonna swap it out with a slightly open hand. So it just pops right on. Pops right back on. Now let's continue the armoring up. Start pulling some of this stuff off. Now his torso is more complicated than Kento's. Kento's pretty simple, but he has a kind of like a long, quite a bit to do to get his torso armor on. Was more involved, I should say. Yeah, you can take these arms off the mannequin if you want, if it gets in the way, makes it easier for you, whatever. Right. And I do have to pull the head off of this one to get this collar piece off. So take that off, get the back off, get a little corset around the abdominal section, so gotta pull that off too. So bam. Now what we're gonna do is start the chest, the corset section. Got the skinny waist, but it's gonna get beefed up with the armor. So here we go. Pops right on, snaps in. Oops. Put those back on. This little waist piece right here. Now this is going to tab into the front piece that we took out earlier. So tapped it into his crotch. This one goes around his bum, butt, whatever. Uh-oh, fall over. I take the head off. Alright, take the head off. Here, put this collar piece over that. So bam, right there. And next, this chest piece, this black long tab is going to peg into right this peg into this hole. So, and it's going to hook onto these little hooks right here and these hooks on the bottom. So it's pretty easy to get on. It's probably just got to wiggle a little bit. There, it's on. Got it. Now for the back. The back has the swords in the back, so same thing. It's going to tap into a hole in his back right there and get these two holes right here and these two little hooks right there that's going to hook onto. So, bam. It stays on pretty secure also. It's not going to just fall off. Nothing like that. Next we're going to do his hip pieces. So the hip pieces, you just go, they're going to hook into these pieces that's sticking out on the sides. No, I'm sorry, hold on. Something ain't right. Yeah. Take these little black hooks off. They're just there for the help it look natural when he's sitting down on the mannequin. So you take that off, it's gonna plug right on in the side. So same thing with the other side. Take a little black. You can see that or not. This black hook piece off. Like I said, it helps the mannequin look more natural when it's sitting down. And you just plug it in to the side. I just said, you gotta make sure it's hooked together. And you just plug it into the side again. Plug it into the side. Next, we do Shin arm guards or forearm guards. You just snap right in. Snap right in. Next are the shoulder pads. They just plug right into the shoulder pad hooks that were on the previous versions. That. Make sure this guard right here is down. Separate, spread them apart so that this side just stays up like that, and this one's down. Same thing the other side. There, we got it. Now for this hand, he has a little spiky brass knuckle type doohickey he got on his wrist. Just pegs right on in the back of his hand. And put these knee pads back in again. One knee pad. Knee pad upside down. Two knee pad. And it keeps coming out. It's not going in all the way. Almost done. Next, we're going to take his head. And his head can stay on with the hair. You just hang at the bottom. I don't think it comes with another piece of hair. Make sure. So watch that transform this dude. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Cool. Yeah, that's right here. Tripping. Alright. Bam, bam. And we're going to do the open-faced mask. So, all it does is go in. They pegs together. And you just put it back on top of the ball joint, like so. And there you have him. You got Rio of Wildfire, armored up, ready to flare up on somebody. Can't see his face. Can you see it? Yeah, we can see that, G-Damas. There he is. Rio of Wildfire, flared up, ready to go. And let's get him ready to go with one of his swords. So, this one of the swords. It's pretty nice. It's not die cast. It's plastic, so very light. It's not very pointy, not sharp, really sharp or nothing like that. So it's not dull like a Playmates Ninja Turtle sword, nothing like that. So get the slightly open hand or the grasping hand. Got it. Put the sword in his hand, and like I was saying about these swords on his back, they are just dummy swords, kind of like so. You just pull it out. That's all you get there. So you can pull it out. I got one, got a sword, or you can just leave the sheaths in and just pull out the handle, and so he has he got one sword out, one sword sheathed. He has one sword in his hand, something like that. So yeah, and he can hold the he put his swords together, and with this sword, like I was saying, like all his weapons are plastic, not die cast, nothing like that. So you can just go with the I'm gonna flare up now, burn them all to the ground sword. So yeah. And his hands, they don't open up that way that I opened up. Knock that piece off. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Some of the parts will get knocked off. Flick them around your hand. Like this hand guard right here comes off pretty easily if you're not careful. If you actually accidentally brush against it, it'll fly off. But like I was saying, you just can't. It's kind of hard to get this in his hand because his hand isn't opened up all that well. You gotta pretty much pry it into his hand. So that's why they had that little tiny piece I showed you. I'm not gonna bring it out because I don't want to lose it. But yeah, this little piece right here hooks together both of his individual swords together. Both of these swords together so that you can just slide it into one hand at a time, and you put a little piece together, put that little piece in right here so they can hook them both together. So you probably can get this hand open more if you run under some hot water or heat it up a little bit to get it to open up. But I wouldn't try to do it with such an expensive figure. But that's why they gave you that little piece, so you don't have to do that hot water trick to get that plastic to open up. But yeah, this dude is awesome. He is nice, except for the knee pad keep falling out his knee. It's kind of irritating. Never did that before. But yeah, he is awesome. Also, if you want to see him in his battle mask, which I like when they put the battle masks on in the cartoon, which they didn't really do too often. Got his battle mask on, so that's cool. It's awesome. So yeah, that's his Rio of Wildfire, his armored up configuration. But yeah, I recommend getting these figures if you're a Ronin Warriors fan, if you grew up watching Ronin Warriors, or like me, who was in mid-teens when the first show came to America and stuff, watching it on Sci-Fi Channel. It was awesome. If you are your fan, I recommend picking these figures up. They are a little pricey and everything, but if you got the means and you save up for it, I recommend picking them up. I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store a while ago. I think they're probably sold out, but you can look on Japanese retailers. They are selling them right now. The prices are pretty reasonable since the yen has kind of fallen, so you get them a little bit more cheaper now. But yeah, this is Genimus, Ronin Warriors, Rio of Wildfire from Armor Plus. I give this figure A. So make sure you subscribe, like this channel, like this review. I'm out. Thanks.